My name is Chris, and I'm here with Miss
Karan Ashley.
the Yellow Ranger.
Yes.
Yes. So, Miss Karen, I wanted to know, how did you get into acting?
Oh man, I think I've always wanted to be an actress. When I was a kid, I used to be in front of the mirror all the time, pretending and practicing. And when I was in a singing group, I actually had an audition for Sister Act 2. And that was my first audition. And the minute I auditioned, I knew right then. I guess they say you get bit by the acting bug. That's what happened, because literally that's all I would think about. I was like, I've got to do this. And I just slowly but surely started doing auditions and like commercials, and I would do plays at school. I mean, anything I could get in or audition for, I would. And then eventually the auditions started becoming bigger and bigger. And my big break came when I got Power Rangers.
How did you get the Power Ranger role?
Well, I was in Dallas, and my really good friend Felicia, she called me and said, there's this ad in the newspaper, you got to audition for the show, you got to, and sure enough, it was for the Power Rangers, and you had to be a dancer, a dancer, a martial artist, or a gymnast, and I was the dancer. And so I went, and it was a huge open call, like literally there was like thousands of people there, and I waited all day, and I got to audition and had a couple of minutes, like you get literally 30 seconds, do your thing. And they said, can you come back this afternoon? And I was like, you know what? This part is my part, and it's mine to lose, so I'm going to give it everything I got. And I did, and 4 days later, I became a Power Ranger.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Who's one of the Power Rangers you really love working with?
You know what? All of them. I can't pick one, because it's funny when you spend that much time on set, you like work 12, 15-hour days with people, you really get to know them, and you spend more time with them than you do your own family, and they become family. It's like a different type of family, and I have a special bond with each one of my cast members, and it doesn't matter, how long it is if we don't talk. When we see each other, it's like we pick up from where we left off, and we instantly start reminiscing about the fun that we had, and I'm close to all of them. It's weird, but I really am.
Right. After you left Power Rangers, what did you do after that?
I still continue to be an actress. Like I've been blessed to be in this business 20 plus years, and I got to guest star on a lot of shows, and I got to do a lot of children's television, like Kenan and Kel, and I got to be on Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and I did a bunch of stuff, and I worked for Disney, and so I just continue to be creative. But one thing I will say that I got into was I started writing, and I started producing, and I started doing my own stuff. So that, for me, it's a whole new lease on life. It makes me feel the same way that I felt when I first started acting. I get so excited about it.
Right. For upcoming actors, what would you say for actors out there that are trying to get into the industry and work really, really hard at it, and want that same success that you got, or something close to it? I mean, what would you say about that?
I say you got to get an acting class. Like, you've got to put in the work. Like, it's actually a craft. The classes are going to teach you how to, get to that place. Because, when you go in the audition, and let's say you have to be sad, you got to be sad. You can't kind of warm up to being sad. You don't get 5 or 6 different chances to do it. You have to go in. You got to nail it. So acting class will help you nail whatever emotion that you have to, and it helps you build characters. It helps you, figure out, because you really got to think about what acting really is. Acting is just the art of being whatever that emotion is normally. So if I were a murderer, I would have to really feel and be like a murderer. Or if I were a mother, I would have to know what would I do if I were a mother, So it's really crazy, and it's really intricate. But once you kind of start building, you really can learn how to, to rehearse. You really can learn to prepare for auditions. Class is great. Class is just everything. So just train. Because if you were an athlete and you were going to the Olympics, you would train. Same thing is true for acting.
Right. Now, my last few questions would be, where can people try to find you on your Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook you can find me at official Karan Ashley, and on Instagram and Twitter I'm at Karan Ashley.
Okay.
Yes.
And one other question, last question. What are your thoughts about the new Power Ranger movie?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. It looks like it's completely different, and a lot of people are upset that it's different. I actually like that it's different, because I thought our movie was so special, and I didn't want them to like do a carbon copy of what we did 20 years ago. So I'm excited to see what the changes are, and I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to meet the new cast, and it's just keeping the dream alive. You know, people love Power Rangers so much that I'm so glad that they're going to do it on a really big budget and a really big scale, and it's just exciting.
Do you think that they did watch you guys to learn what to do on, camera and
You know
stuff?
what? They don't have to watch us at all. I'm sure they probably watched an episode just to see what it was about. But those guys are so talented, and they're such great actors themselves that I'm sure they were able to come up with their version of what they felt like. Okay, you're a teenager, and they're young, so I'm sure they remembered what that was like. But yeah, I mean, I doubt we had any influence on them, but I'm just glad that they picked up the torch, and we've got new Power Ranger family members.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you. Great job.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tommy. I hope you enjoyed watching that interview with my friend Chris while he was at the Lexington Com and Toy Con. If you want to watch the next interview, then click underneath next interview. If you want to watch all the interviews at once, then click under all interviews. If you want to subscribe to either of our channels because you like our content, then click on the clickable links down below. Well, this is Tommy saying, catch you all later, and stay tuned for more.